Welcome to today's trade recap. So, I again lost. No, I don't lost. I made $100 in profit, but I didn't catch the whole move like I wanted. So I am, pretty sad, pretty angry on myself because I don't know what I've done. So I will explain. Yeah, I'm pretty angry right now. You can hear but yeah. This is obviously the draw of the day. Buy side liquidity, 3 equal highs. This is my buy side liquidity. I want to get the market there. So what we make, I search for an entry, for a long entry. Pretty bullish here. London session moves up. Asia session had a correction into the 50-minute fairway gap, then a move up in London session. Pre-market manipulates down, and then at the open we took pre-market lows. So yeah, it's not a real liquidity sweep, I don't know, but we take this low from pre-market and then took also another time the opening low and move up. So I search here for a long entry. For me, this was not a fair value gap, but the market used it as a fair value gap. Yeah, it is a gap, but it's not a perfect fair value gap like this, for example, or like this for me. So I draw it in, the market used it, but this was not the perfect entry for me, because this is not the perfect fair value gap. We have here breakout structure. So we have here the breakout structure, and the perfect entry, like the theoretical entry, like it's on my plan, is breakout structure and fair value gap entry. Then we react here from the fair value gap. You can take this candle and then make this as a target and stop loss under the low, or maybe under the fair value gap, like you want. Both in this case would have been played out really good, pretty good, and I would have catch the whole move and earned a lot of money. But I waited for a good setup, for a good fair value gap, and this is the first present fair value gap of today. We trade into it and reacted again from it. Then I made here one contract, but I wanted to see a more better entry from it. So this is not the perfect reaction from a fair value gap. We are not deep into the fair value gap and we don't trade good out of it. So I waited for a good trade out of it. So I entered here only with 1 micro. I wanted to trade with 3 micros today, but I entered only with 1 here. Then I waited. I needed to make my entry here, my second entry, because this was a good reaction, but I waited because at 4 o'clock we had news. So this was the news candle. And then it was too late for me to get my entry down here, so I entered right at the peak of this candle, and this was a pretty bad entry. I could have waited again for this fair value gap, because this fair value gap stayed really strong. We had a lot of times we hit the fair value gap a lot of times, and here again and didn't close above it, underneath it. So yeah, I could have waited and made my another entry here again, but yeah, I made it here. And then the market had my entry was then something like that, I think, because one entry is here, one entry is here. No, it was a little bit higher, something like that. The entry of 2 micros here, I only entered also 1 micro because I knew it is really high. And yeah, then I made my stop loss under this low here. So the new trade, I would say, with this entry looked something like that, with 2 micros now. And then I closed 1 micro here with a profit of 120. This was this micro from here. I closed it here with 120 profit. And then, like you know, in futures the price moves up, because my second entry was here to the second entry. So, and then the trade looked so, and I moved my stop loss at break even, and not at break even, I let it under this fairway gap and got then stopped out with this candle. So yeah, the trade moved without me and hit my full target. I need to improve that. I need to stay in the trade. I know this is the target. I need to stay in the trade and don't switch my stop loss and buy another. I don't know. This was really confusing because my price was in the middle of the both entries. It was here, and then I closed one, and then the price moved up here. So this was a little bit confusing for me, and that's because I made my stop loss then to break even, so under the fairway gap, and got stopped out. Pretty unlucky, but it's only my fault, not the fault of the market. Yeah, but I'm happy that I knew the direction, that I knew what I've done, but I need to improve my execution. This is pretty bad execution. I could have close this one trade at the, yeah, it's like first take profit, then let the second trade leave open for, I would have made another $230, so I would have made in total $330 today. But yeah, I didn't made it. I closed the trade too early and got stopped out. Pretty bad, but the price action is finally moving good. I know what I've done. I know where the price need to go, where the price is going, and yeah, that's good for my confidence and that's good for my trading. But I want to get this account really and get my first payout so I can buy more accounts, because I'm sitting on this for I don't know how long and nothing is improving. I made one step forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step forward, 3 steps back, and so on and so on. So yeah, but it was okay. Thank you guys for watching. We see us tomorrow.